That's right. We're talking more Bijan Robinson. We're taking your phone calls. We're specifically talking about everything you guys keep DMing me about. That Bijan's playing the slot. Have you heard all the buzz going on about Bijan playing the slot? He's going to be a wide receiver, half wide receiver. Is this an Alvin Kamara type player walking into 2023? Look, none of this is new, but we're going to address it because a lot of you want to talk about it. And honestly, it's going to happen. We know it's going to happen. This is why we've got this man at number 4, number 3, number 5 overall when the rest of the fantasy football planet is still catching up. The Fantasy Football Show, Bijan Johnson phone call, live edition, early edition begins right now.
From the FantasyFootballShow.com studios, it's the Fantasy Football Show. Live! Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern.
What is going on, everybody? Appreciate you filing in. Hit that thumb up button on your way in the door. We've got a lot to talk about. This specific show is going to be designed around Bijan Johnson and this whole, hey, Smitty, have you heard he's going to play the slot? Of course we know he's going to play the slot, but this buzz is going all around. We know this about him. We know he's going to be a half running back, half wide receiver at some point. This guy is absolutely electric in the pass. He's absolutely electric between the tackles. He's electric everywhere. I wouldn't be surprised if he played quarterback at some point. This guy, Bijan Robinson's headed to the moon.
To the moon.
And I think the world's starting to catch up because we've had this guy ranked in the freaking 5 to 10 range for a while now. And people are starting to catch up. So it's going to be interesting to see where people come around and how quickly they come around. And when we start seeing this guy actually ranked in people's top 3 or 4 overall, because that's where we've got him. I'm drafting him ahead of Christian McCaffrey at this point. Maybe not every time. I like to mix things up a little bit in best ball drafts. Underdog Fantasy promo code Smitty. So get on over to Underdog Fantasy promo code Smitty. We'll be doing drafts tomorrow night using code Smitty. Link is in the description. I'm going to drop the link in the live chat right now. And if anybody wants to draft Bijan tomorrow night, go ahead and hit up that link right here. I'm going to drop it right now and pin it in the live chat. This is how you get into the drafts tomorrow night. So I don't want to hear, how do I get in? How do I get in? It's right there. It's pinned. And we're taking Bijan at 4. And we don't apologize to anyone about it. We just don't. Plain and simple. Bijan to me is the number 4 or 5 overall player. I don't know what's going on. Did no one get the notification that we're live? Like, what is going on? I think people are filing in now, but this is crazy how no one's getting notified when we're going live half the time. What good are the notifications when you don't get them? You don't get them. Notification gang in the building. Appreciate you all. Smitty mixing best ball and Showtime. Smitty mixing best ball and Showtimes. Appreciate you. Yeah, get on over to Underdog Fantasy, and that link is pinned in the live chat. Get ready for the drafts. We're going to do those drafts tomorrow night, Friday, Saturday. It's a mock draft marathon every single Thursday, Friday, Saturday, going forward until week 1. Until kickoff of week 1, our mock draft and live draft marathon is every Thursday, Friday, Saturday at midnight. Tuesday is becoming Panic Chamber live shows at midnight. Daily uploads, live whenever news breaks, and I'm live Monday through Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern, but you know that. Bijan Robinson, let's talk about it real quickly. So this is kind of one of the reports that came out, and it says, talking about the Falcons, Arthur Smith spoke about working out Bijan Johnson, that the running back stuff is obvious, so the focus is more on his versatility, his background, playing the slot. This slot conversation's been kicked up a lot lately. People are DMing me like mad, talking about more balance, the way we want to play, throwing the football to the running back, throwing the football and run and pass, balance. That's what they're talking about in Atlanta. And I think that Arthur Blank and everybody there does want to throw the ball to the running back more, wants to put more of a focus on throwing and running versus just pounding the rock. And the Falcons were number 1 if you take the Eagles out because of Jalen Hurts running the ball so much. They're literally the number 1 team in the league in terms of running the football between the tackles, running the football on the ground, not quarterback scrambling. This is the number 1 team in the National Football League, and people are worried about Ritter. They keep saying, well, what about Ritter, Smitty? How is Ritter going to make this kid explosive? Well, let me tell you something. Okay? If Algier, not saying Algier's not a good player. We like Algier. He was on the Moon Man list last year. Algier is not, he doesn't hold a candle to Bijan Robinson. If Algier looked as productive as he did, enough for people to say maybe the Falcons should have drafted Bijan. Algier was a 1,000-yard running back. Let me tell you something. Whatever Algier can do, Bijan can double. If Algier can rush for 1,000, Bijan can rush for 2,000. Okay? Understand what I'm saying. This guy's going to total potentially 1,800 to 1,900. I don't know. 2,000 is possible as a rookie, but let's dial it back, pump the brakes a little bit. We'll live in a land where maybe we can be surprised. Let's not take away all the ceiling value and jump right to it. But we're talking about a player. We're talking about a player in Bijan Robinson that can 100% be an 1,800 total yard running back his rookie year. As a rookie, 1,800 total yards. We're talking about 12 to 15 touchdowns as a rookie. Talking about 50 plus receptions as a rookie. More balance, the way we want to play. Words from the Falcons talking about how they want to utilize him in the slot. You guys are DMing me like crazy. This isn't new information, though. It's not new information. This is old information that's been drudged up and everybody's talking about it right now. But it is why you're seeing Bijan climb. It's one big reason why Bijan's climbing. Bijan is going to be everybody's 3 or 4 overall player by, I don't know, maybe the first of this coming month. We thought maybe everybody would come around and start ranking him in the top 5 overall come July and definitely August, but I think we might see it in June. And so if you want to draft Bijan, you're taking him 3 or you're taking him 4. There's just no other way to get Bijan Robinson in August or probably July and maybe even June now. He will be 3 or 4 overall. And a lot of the late to the party, Londons will be coming in here and they'll be saying, hey, Smitty, or Lewis. We'll use Lewis. Late to the party, Lewis. Smitty, are you really drafting Bijan Robinson in the first round? Those are the funniest. Like Lewis isn't even saying like, are you really drafting him in the top 4? He's like hung up on the first round. Are we? And that's the question. Are we? Like there's more than one Lewis out there. Lewis is by himself. Lewis, you're isolated by yourself. No one thinks like you. Are we really taking Bijan at number 5? As if you are with anyone right now, Lewis. Read the room. We're already there. Lewis. Are we taking him? Are we really taking him in the first round? And are we really taking a rookie running back? Are we really taking a running back that has Ritter as the QB? That's where we're at, I guess, for a lot of people, and that's fine. Those are the people we want in our leagues. Are we really worried about Ritter? Gee, let me think for a second. How did Algier do last year? How did the Falcons do last year? They ran the ball very well. And they didn't have Kyle Pitts or Ritter in there until the end of the year. When Ritter did get in there, Ritter did throw about 1,300, 1,400-yard pace to Drake London. London was on fire when Ritter was in there. Pitts was not in the lineup. Pitts was not on, essentially, in the realm of any sort of, possible. This was not a situation where Ritter could even flourish because he had no potential option other than London. Now he has Bijan. Now he has Pitts back. And now he's got London, who we know he's got good rapport with. I'm not saying Ritter to the moon. I'm saying Ritter should be competent enough to replicate what Algier was doing last year times a little bit more. So if you liked what Algier did, don't mention, but are we comfortable with Ritter as the quarterback? Are we comfortable with the number 1 rushing offense in the National Football League in terms of volume? Yeah, we are. Are we comfortable with an offense that moved the ball pretty well? Beat the 49ers, I might add. Falcons beat the 49ers. They also were in a lot of close games almost the whole entire year. It wasn't like they were blown out. And if they do get blown out, guess what? This guy is playing the slot. Okay, so we're okay with it. Bijan Robinson is staying, and he's not leaving. That's right. Bijan Robinson.
Hi, my name is Bijan Robinson. I like long walks on the beach. And, well, I also like scoring.
Tyler, please forgive me. Tyler, you know you're my boy Blue, but this has got to be read with the megaphone.
Bijan is not played it down over pro football, and Arthur A. Smith is coach. Next paragraph. In redraft, I don't take Bijan over guys like Taylor.
Taylor, please tell everybody. Tell your friends, tell everybody that Bijan Robinson, let me get this straight real quick. Let's pull up the Underdog Fantasy promo code Smitty ADP. Where's JT going? JT's going 12.8. That's outside of the top 12. So Tyler, you are putting a receipt on screen, young man. Let me just make sure before we lock it down. You might want to amend it. You can do an amendment. We'll give you one shot at an amendment. You got 30 seconds to amend your statement. Are you seriously putting a receipt on screen right now that says you will not draft Bijan Robinson? Would you take Bijan Johnson? His cousin? Would you not take Bijan Robinson in the first round? Because JT's ADP is 12.8. Would you like to amend it, kind sir? We'll wait 30 seconds, and then we'll lock it in. We'll lock your receipt in. 30 seconds. Let's go ahead and put that on screen here. Let's give him a full 30 seconds. Go. 30 seconds to amend your statement. In redraft, I don't take Bijan over guys like Taylor. It matters to have a QB and coach with a brain. Okay, you got 14 seconds. This is not amending. This is doubling down. 10 seconds, 9 seconds, Tyler. It's going out there forever. We might even put it on the board, Tyler. Not taking Bijan in round 1. Bijan Johnson, Bijan Robinson, or Bijan Johnson. Either one. Time's up.
Alert. Panic mode initiated.
Tyler G, you get a free entry on the board, young man. It says, LOL, I don't take him that early. Tyler, welcome back, Tyler. Welcome back to fantasy football. You've probably been out of it for a little while. Took a couple 4 or 5 month hiatus. Welcome back in. Tyler, welcome, guys, everybody, welcome Tyler back in the fold. Tyler, we appreciate you being here. Look, not everybody's embedded in fantasy football the entire offseason. We get it. So there's no shame in coming in like late to the party here on May 10 and being like, what's going on with Bijan? Whoa, here's Tyler. Hey, what's up, guys? What's going on with Bijan? I hear Bijan's going in the top 10. Tyler, Bijan's going at 5, 6, or 7 overall. He's right smack in the middle of the first round. He's not outside of the first round. He's not at borderline 12, 13. He is going at number 7 overall, and that's low. We're obviously a lot higher on him than that, but he's going at 7 overall. Right here, young man. Right here. Not taking him with a capital LOL. That's not acceptable. All right. So, on that note, we're putting Tyler's LOL on screen. Where's Tyler? LOL on screen in regards to Bijan Robinson. This is free. This costs $50, Tyler, to get on the big board. Anybody wants to get on the big board, $50. Put your seat on here. Whoever has the best prediction at the end of the year is gonna get themselves a co-host role on the show for one show. You can co-host the show with me. Appreciate all those renewals. You co-host the show with me, and you also get a chance to win, or you will win. The winner, the person that has the best prediction. Let me move all these out of the way. I got this locked. Hold on. Let me move all this out of the way. You guys, the fans, will vote on the best prediction. And I'm throwing Tyler's up here for free. Tyler G with the LOL Bijan first round. So this is Tyler. This is 5. What's the date here? 5/5/20. What is it? 5'10"? 5'10". Tyler G. LOL. Bijan. Top 12. That's unbelievable. That is some entertainment right there. That is some entertainment. Thank you, Tyler, for the content today. I love the LOL though, you know? Like it's capital. It's like LOL. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, am I right? Am I right? LOL. Am I right? Come on, tell him. Guys, tell him. Tell Smitty. LOL. Look at him. He thinks Bijan's top 12. Oh, and not to mention, this guy is an amazing sport. Tyler says, great show. What kind of thick skin? What thicker skin than this guy right here? Tyler, round of applause for being a good sport, but also providing such amazing content. Tyler to the moon. Tyler to the moon.
To the moon.
First free and probably only free board drop right there, Tyler. All year long. LOL, Bijan. LOL. LOL. LOL, Bijan top 12. Oh, Tyler. That's great. What's this right here? Bijan slot won't happen. What's that mean? Bijan slot won't happen. Why won't it happen? Jake, the phone line's open. Jake, what do you mean won't happen? What do you mean won't happen? Why won't he line up in the slot? Why would he not line up in the slot? Who said he's playing number slot wide receiver full time? Not me. Line up in the slot? Why wouldn't he line up in the slot, Jake? Please call in. Space Ricky in the building. Appreciate you. Bijan, 1,200 yards rushing and 600 receiving is coming. Get ready for it. Prepare for it. It's here. Okay? Bijan to the moon. A couple other pieces of news here. This right here about Anthony Richardson. Jonathan Taylor has some interesting comparisons for Anthony Richardson. He reminds me of Jalen Hurts and Lamar Jackson. You throw Cam Newton in there as well. Nice little compliment from JT. JT's going to say nice things about him, but definitely feel like these aren't like far-fetched at all. Smitty Kincaid or Okonkwo. I love Kincaid, bro. Kincaid is the man, the myth, the legend. I love that Smitty takes calls on the spot. For sure, Pyram. I mean, why would I not? You have to be a complete... What do I look like, an a-hole? Of course I'm going to take phone calls on the spot. Mikey, you're live.
I'm live?
You're live.
What's up? When we look at Bijan and we look at his profile as a wide receiver and we consider like possible comps, do you think he compares it all to like a Tyreek Hill or DeAndre Hopkins? Like, what does he look like in terms of other wide receivers to you?
Is this you? Are you playing on this right now? Are you trying to make fun of the topic that he's going to play slot wide receiver? Is this your play on it?
Absolutely not. I think his feeling is.
Are you calling him being serious? Like, you're comparing him to like wide receivers. Like, what do you mean? You can't compare him to a wide receiver like Tyreek Hill or something. He's a running back. But he's going to play the slot because he's an amazing pass catcher. I'm just trying to get a feel if you're trying to poke at that. A couple people poking fun at this topic, which is weird to me because we're a big Bijan crowd. Like, Bijan wide receiver.
Honestly, you put him in the slot, put him in the backfield.
Okay, so you're being serious. You're being positive. You're just trying to ask me what kind of comp. There's no comp. He's a running back. There's no wide receiver comp. We're not going to throw out a Tyreek Hill. Are you out of your mind? Like, he's not a speedster, quick twitch wide receiver. You know what I mean? But, like, do I think he's going to be as good as any of them? Zeke Elliott catching the football. Like, think Zeke Elliott, bro. Think Zeke Elliott. Think Zeke Elliott in his prime catching the football. Think, any running back in their prime catching the football. Marshall Faulk is a little high. I don't think he's going to be utilized that much in the slot. I don't think they have the offense for that either. But to expect a Zeke Elliott type production from him in the slot, let's look up Zeke Elliott's career stats. And let's talk about that, because I think that's a very good comp for his receiving production. Career stats. Let's pull up Zeke Elliott here, and let's drop these on screen. So Zeke Elliott was a very, very productive receiving back, and he was talked about as not being a potential, receiving type, running back where he's going to pull in a whole lot of reception work. But he had, let's see here. Let me try and screenshot this perfectly here. Let's look at this, and we'll compare it together. And you tell me if you think these are numbers that are suitable as far as a comp for him. So Zeke Elliott, in his heyday, was bringing in 77 receptions, 54, 52, 47. Those were kind of like, when he was pulling in. Let's see. Hold on a second. Yeah, okay. Yeah, those are correct. I just want to make sure those were the correct stats. So Zeke Elliott was pulling in his heyday. We'll call it 2021 and back, okay? So 55, or no, hold on. What is it? 47, 52, 54. Let me put a box on screen so we can go over it. So 47, 52, 54, 77. Okay? In between here, so we'll call it 55 to 65 receptions per season is what I envision for Bijan. That is a very good running back. That's a top 3 PPR back. That's 500 plus receiving yards a season. That's at least 3 touchdowns a year receiving. That is a magnificent pass catching PPR slot playing running back right there. You know what I'm saying? What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I can see where you're coming from. I think Zeke is a fair comp. I do think Hill and him are very similar. I think they have ceilings that are astronomical.
What do you mean? Like, I'm the biggest Bijan defender in the world, but what do you mean Tyreek Hill? Like, what are you comping him to Tyreek Hill for? What are we talking about here? What do you mean? What do you mean Tyreek Hill? How are we comping him to Tyreek Hill? It's not even the same.
Tyreek Hill and Bijan, they both know how to score touchdowns.
Okay. I love it. Keep it going. Keep going. I like where you're going with this. Mike hung up. Mike! Oh, Mike took it wrong. I'm sorry, Mike. Mike, call back. Call back. I don't know. I feel like Mike was trolling, but kind of not. And then at the same time, I think he got offended. Mike, call back. Mike, you're Smitty approved.
You've just been Smitty approved.
Come back, Mike. Come back into the fold, bro. I love it, though. Anyway, beyond the actual route and separation, Robinson shows natural hands and secured the pass from his frame. During the catch process, he loses no momentum. Yeah, definitely. Space Rookie, he's smooth, man. Smooth operator. Mike, call back, or I'm going to block your number and you can't ever call back in again. How's that? Let's call back and make it right. 84 in the building. Okay, now we've got people in the room. I don't know why nobody was notified that we were live. I went live a little earlier than normal, and it's like YouTube just didn't. Hey, this guy's live. What's he doing 30 minutes early? Mike, I'm blocking the number. Mike, you got 30 seconds to call in. I think you're low. That's probably his base. I mean, that's what I said, though. I'm leaving room for, let's be a little surprised. Let's not just punch the gas pedal and expect the moon. You know what I'm saying? Mike, you got 6 seconds, bro. I'm gonna hang up on your boy Smitty like that. I don't appreciate it. We're gonna block the number, Mike. I'll give you another 30 seconds to dial back in and make this right. Vampy dropping a super chat. Vamp, where have you been? Vamp, we need you here. I did barely even like acknowledged Vamp when I saw this come in, and it just rushed in that this guy's been missing. Look, Vamp. Look what we have for you, Vamp. Look what we have for you. Denny, call in if you're here. Denny's been missing. Denny did show up in the chat. And Denny didn't call in, though. So we still have not... He's still technically missing, even though he showed up in the chat. And Mike, I'm going to give you another 30 seconds, bro. I don't want to block the number. Mike. Smitty, do you think Bijan is different from other rookie running backs because teams will prepare for him more than the past ones? Top 10 running back pick is unheard of normally. No, I mean, look, keep in mind that Najee was a top 10 pick, and we were kind of at the forefront of that. We shoved him into the spotlight. We did a lot of mock drafting. We, as arrogant as it sounds, we change ADP data all the time. We do it every year. Mike. Mike! Do I think teams will prepare for him? A little bit, but at the same time, bro, how are they going to do that? You got Kyle Pitts, you got Drake London. I mean, you got a team that's run the ball more than any other team other than the Eagles because they had a quarterback that ran the ball like he did. Yeah, they're going to prepare for him a little bit, but this is Bijan Robinson. He's different. He's special. He's LT. He's Saquon Barkley meets Zeke Elliott, meets LT again, and then they go ahead and they meet Zeke Elliott one more time, and then you put them all together. That's what you got in Bijan. He's an absolute like combination of all those guys. And according to Mike, he's also Tyreek Hill. I still don't know if Mike was serious. But Mike, you have literally, this is the last call. You want to call into this show again, Mike? You've got 30 seconds. This is it. And I'm going to assume that you were joking and trolling me. And so I'm going to block the number. However, if you call in right now, Mike, all is good. And you're back in the fold, baby. You're back in the fold immediately. As soon as the phone rings, I won't even ask questions. I hope there's lots of Bijan doubters in the draft. I hope so. I really love the doubter that we had earlier in let's see, where is he at? It was, who was it? It was Tyler, right? Tyler G up on the board. Tyler G. Bijan, here's the comments that Tyler G had, which I love. And Tyler, tell all your friends, please. Please tell everybody about this. Bijan's not played a down yet of pro football. That I never thought about. Arthur Smith is a coach. I never thought about that either. Maybe I should dial back all the Bijan stuff. How am I going to roll all this back in a way that doesn't make me look really ridiculous? What if I start dialing back my Bijan stuff one layer at a time and then I just get out of the Bijan game? I think I might as well. Because Tyler, I never thought of these things. In redraft, I'm going to take guys like Taylor, which we pointed out was 12.8, I think, ADP. So that means you don't think Bijan is a first rounder. And Tyler says it matters to have a QB and a coach with a brain. I think I just pointed out, though, that Ritter actually should be given maybe a fair shot, given he didn't have Kyle Pitts or Bijan last year. And you're basically handing him two weapons that combined, Pitts and Bijan, would arguably be better than any team's weapons other than like 4 or 5 teams. Like, if you gave Pitts and Bijan to any team in the NFL minus maybe 3 or 4 teams, those two weapons would be better than any weapons combined that those teams already had. You're literally giving Ritter Pitts and Bijan, and you're judging him based on just London in his rookie year, thrown to the Wolves, no offseason as a starter. So am I saying he's a fantasy football monster? The phone's calling. Is it Mike? No, it's Rock Out. Rock Out, you're live.
What's up? I know you were talking about Eckler earlier. What's a good compensation if you want to trade him in Dynasty?
I mean, bro, in a Dynasty league, let's go to the board, man. This is disappointing. I thought Mike was going to call back in, and he didn't.
Right.
That's disappointing. I know he was trolling, though, because Tyreek Hill was such a weird.
Like what?
So Eckler's Dynasty ADP is probably where, Rock Out. Somebody throw out a Dynasty ADP for Eckler. Is it third round? Is it fourth? Are people still taking him at the bottom of the second? I mean, like, where's Eckler going in a Dynasty draft? Because there are some now people out there. I know he could definitely go in the third, but is he going in the third on the regular? What are you seeing, Rock Out? You're doing a Dynasty draft right now, aren't you?
No, I'm saying I got Eckler. I want to trade him before the upcoming draft.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, what do you think his ADP is in Dynasty? Hold on 1 second. Why you think of that? Look for it right now. Steven says, I'd rather have Kadarius Toney than any rookie other than Bijan. Oh, Steven! I just threw up in my mouth, bro. Steven, come on. This is blasphemy right here. You'd rather have Kadarius Toney over it, and you also said you'd take Kadarius Toney at in the third or fourth round the other day, and then you said Sky Moore in the third or fourth round. You said take a chance. What are you talking about? Kadarius Toney over Jahmyr Gibbs? What are we talking about here, Steven? Dial in, Steven. Unreal. What's going on? What's in the water today? Rock Out. Honestly, what is the ADP for Eckler in Dynasty? Third round? Could somebody give me a good estimation of
round third?
So let's call it third. I mean, would anybody not take a Drake? And I don't think you're going to get a Drake London, but take a Drake London in a heartbeat. I would. In a millisecond, I'd take Drake London for Eckler. The question is, what do you have to give up in addition to Drake London? What do you have? What I would do is I would get crafty. I would go after an Olave who's right in between the first and second round and give up my 2024 first rounder. Like, that's what I'm going to do, because you're not going to get something straight across for Eckler that's going to be really worth it. Like, even Kenneth Walker, who's in a questionable situation now, even if you don't have Steven, drop a $50 super chat to get onto the board and make a bold prediction about Kadarius Toney so that everybody knows, because we're going to review these at the end of the year. And if you land that, you're going to be the best predictor on the board at the end of year. So drop a 50 spot whenever you're comfortable, and we'll put your bold prediction on the $50 board. Any $50 hauler gets a free bold prediction on the board. The winner, by vote of the community here, when we do a live stream on it, we'll go over all the predictions. We'll throw it up on the board. Here's Steven right now. Steven, whenever you're comfortable, no rush, but if you ever drop a $50 hauler, we'll throw your Kadarius Toney prediction right on the $50 board, and you can put your receipt out there for the world. And at the end of the season, the best prediction voted by the fans to come true is going to co-host a show with me, which could be you, Steven, and you're going to get a lifetime membership to the content of thefantasyfootballshow.com. So, Steven, whenever you're comfortable, no rush, but you can put that on the board.
$50, jeez.
Hey,
other people must be made of money.
Steven,
Man, that's pretty pricey. I was thinking somewhere around, like maybe $1.99 or something.
$1.99. Are you out of your mind, Steven? This is an operation here. Kadarius Toney, speak to it. What are you talking about here? Kadarius Toney over Jahmyr Gibbs. This is such a shocking. This is such a shocking thing that I got to interrupt. Rockout's analysis here to go over this. Go ahead. What are you talking about here?
I'm just saying, me personally, I told you that it was crazy to begin with, but if you're going to go with two running backs and something happens that you could get Kadarius, look, I didn't say it made a crap ton of sense. What I'm saying is that kid has the potential to be a wide receiver one. Okay? He has the offense there, and he has the talent. If he stays healthy, it's a home run. And then, but I'm pushing him this year. I think he's going to be excellent. And at the position, I think he will outplay Gibbs. Absolutely. The only other one I'd take, if it was a rookie, would be Bijan in the, late second, somewhere around there. I'm not taking, or Bijan in the first. If I can't get him, then I'm fine taking a chance on him.
Man, so Gibbs.
No, I'm saying it's 94 freaking degrees down here. I've been working outside all day. What do you want from me?
Okay, so just, and I'm not going to get too mad at you about this. I'm just trying to get information here. So rock out. We'll come back to your Eckler situation. Hold on one second. All right, so we're talking Gibbs. Put Gibbs on this board for me. I got a board right in front of your face. I don't know if you're watching. If not, I can describe it to you. But it's got the first round, second round, third round, fourth round, fifth round, sixth round, seventh round, eighth round. I got Jahmyr Gibbs right here. In redraft, where are you putting Jahmyr Gibbs on the board? Plot him for me.
Let's see here. Gibbs. Redraft and how many teams? 12 team, 14 team, what?
12 team.
Well, what do we got here? We got 8. We're playing an 18. Anyway, top 10, whatever. I would rather have JT over Gibbs. I'd rather
no. Just plot him. Third round, fourth round, second round. Plot him.
Love to get him in the late third.
Okay, so you're telling me you're going to draft Kadarius Toney in the third round?
If he's there, and I've already taken 2 running backs in the first 2 rounds. If I'm going wide receiver, whoever's there, but I will take a shot on him if the majority of the better wide receivers are gone, and then maybe hope for an Olave because it would have went really heavy wide receiver if that happened.
If he's there,
you know what I mean. So if you're going to give me a wide receiver, I'm going to take a running back, vice versa. We know how this goes when we're drafting, especially in redraft. If you're going to give me 3 running backs,
if falls,
if it all makes sense and everybody's taking wide receivers and I can get them, I'll figure the wide receiver out later. Always take a running back.
It'll be interesting if
3 or 4 good ones. Get all of them you can and bit and piece the receivers in later.
It'll be interesting.
If wherever you could get Tony, then Tony would be a perfect home run shot. He'd be a home run shot, and you could get Sky Moore later. Take both of them. One of them's got to do something, right? If they stay healthy, it's a freaking Chiefs offense.
1 + 1 = 2. You're right. It equals 2. Look, if he's there, it'll be interesting if Kadarius Toney makes it past that third round. We'll have to see. Steven.
Well, I'm working on it. I'm talking it up.
I know. What I would say is Gibbs has third round value. Kadarius Toney has probably what, guys, 6th or 7th round ADP. Like, Steven, you need to go back to the drafting board on this one, the drawing board.
Well, that's okay. If I can get him in the 6th or 7th, I'll be more than happy with that.
Yeah.
I'll stack running
backs.
Yeah,
you'll get him in the 6th or 7th. You'll get him in the 6th or 7th. All right, Steven, hang tight. Appreciate you. Hold on. Mute yourself if you don't mind. I'll come back to you in a second. I'm going to have to leave in a second. I went a little early.
I don't have any problem doing that.
Yeah, I went live a little early today because I got to bail a little early today. But what we're talking about, Rock Out, is that Olave's got like 1st to 2nd round turn value in Dynasty Startup. It just kind of depends where people value these guys, if it's a 3 wide receiver league, PPR. But in general, you have Eckler as a 3rd, 4th round pick. We'll put him right in between. You have Olave as a top of 2nd, if not higher, but we'll put him right at the top of the 2nd. So you got to give up something significant to trade Eckler away to get an Olave. So 1st rounder might get it done, might not. Just depends on how much that person loves Olave. Keep in mind, there are people that like Olave, and there are people that love Olave. And so if his owner absolutely loves him and sees him as a top 5 wide receiver, a top 3 to 5 wide receiver like I do, you're not going to probably get him using Eckler in a 1st rounder because most people are in tune of building young. They don't want anything to do with older players. It doesn't even matter what you're offering. They just want nothing to do with Eckler. But there are people that think he's got a couple more years left. There are. And so if you can find that person and it lines up, you could go that route. Would I trade Eckler straight up for London, who's probably got, I would guess, maybe top of the 3rd dynasty or bottom of the 2nd dynasty value? I would say probably let's call it top of the 3rd. Let's not get too crazy. We'll call him 3.1 in dynasty. Eckler is 3.4. Would you give up a 1st rounder to make this swap? I probably would. That's me because I love London. I think London's going to be phenomenal. Would I give up let's go through these players right here. Ridley's interesting.
Quarterback wide.
You what?
How about quarterback wise?
So who's your quarterback? Is it one QB?
2 and Tom Brady retired.
2 quarterback league? Yeah, that's
super-
gonna be hard. No one's gonna give you a quarterback in a 2 QB league. But like if there was a 1 QB, just to give people watching, a little bit of a way to go on this. If it's a 1 QB league, would I give up Eckler and potentially a future draft pick to get Burrow if I didn't have a great quarterback? And would I even give a quarterback back like Goff or anywhere around that, Russell Wilson, anybody with Eckler, like Russell Wilson and Eckler and a future first for Burrow and something? I would explore that because of the longevity of quarterback. In Superflex, you're not going to sniff it. In Superflex, Burrow or any quarterback in the top 5 is going 1 through 5. And Eckler in a Superflex dynasty is probably going in like 4 or 5. And so you're not going to no first rounder is going to close that gap. Probably even 2 first rounders wouldn't close that gap. I'd give Eckler and 2 first rounders for Joe Burrow in a heartbeat. I'd give Eckler and 2 first rounders for Fields in a heartbeat. So that would be where I'd take that. As far as like the best option for you is to trade across position or go after a rookie like Gibbs or the 1.2, or if you guys have already drafted. Swift would be an interesting swap. He's going in round 5 or 6 in redraft. I imagine he's going in late 4, kind of top of 5 in Dynasty. I don't think he's going to have like much more value, but he'll have a significant little bump. It'll be significant though, but it'll be smaller. But Swift for Eckler straight up, yeah. If I throw in a couple of second rounders, yeah. Would I throw in a player? Yeah. Would I throw in a first rounder? I don't know. Maybe not, because this is not a lock, and I'd be a little bit scared that you'd be like throwing good money after bad. So, but would I want to get out of Eckler into Swift? Absolutely. Would I trade for a DK Metcalf, potentially straight up for an Eckler? Would I trade for a Calvin Ridley? Maybe I'd do that straight up. I love Breece Hall, obviously. Just sifting through some players right here. Yeah, I mean, it's tough, bro. Cross position's probably the best. Christian Watson straight up in a heartbeat. Would I give up more? Probably. How much? I don't know. It would depend.
Okay.
But he is hard to deal, because he's got maybe the 1 year left, and I don't even think that he's going to play a full healthy season.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, Steven, make sure you study up on ADP, Steven, because you want to make sure you go get your guys like Tony. You like them, believe in them, trust your gut. Don't let even me tell you not to believe in Kadarius Toney, but at least let me tell you to use ADP to your advantage, because Kadarius Toney's going in round 6, round 7. And you can get your Gibbs. You can get your Gibbs in 3.
The chat was just talking about it. He's going in the 10th. I mean, that's extreme value for a home run shot.
But I know, but Steven, you just said take him in the 3rd.
I was just thinking about that when you were talking about DeAndre Swift going to the Eagles. They may use him. The offense is going to be potent. They use him inside the 5. He'll look like
I love how Steven just
Jamal
bounces
Williams
off it and goes in another
year.
direction.
He could have 15, 16, maybe 20 touchdowns. Who knows?
Oh,
I'd rather take a shot on the opportunity. Everybody thinks is looking for a sure thing or whatever, but you have to take the swing.
Correct, Steven, but you got to take a smart swing. You don't take an irrelevant swing or an unnecessary swing. You just said 3rd round value. Even if you were saying 4th round value, Kadarius Toney's going in 6 or 7 or 8. Let's say you cannot and when you said look, you kicked it off. You kicked it off with your comment where you said you would rather have. Let me pull up your comment. And it's okay, Steven. This is just good banter. It's nothing negative. It's just you said when you came in, you said you'd rather have. Here we go. So regardless of your placement of where Kadarius is, I'd rather have Kadarius Toney than any rookie other than Bijan. And so what I'm telling you, that's a very strong statement. Gibbs is going. Oh, that was it right there. Gibbs is going in the freaking 3rd round. If we're lucky, he's going to climb into the bottom of 2 before we know it. He's in the 3rd, 4, top of 4, bottom of 3rd. Kadarius Toney's in the 6th, 7th round. So that's all I'm saying. Is like you need to grasp ADP before you go into a draft. Even if you're right on the money with Kadarius Toney, he's a 6th, 7th round pick. That is just a crazy statement, Steven. It's a crazy statement. Gibbs.
Well, I've been renovating the house, and look, I've got reasons. They're not excuses; they're just reasons. I'm renovating the house. I fall through the porch 8 feet onto the concrete. Thank God I hit my head, because that's the only thing that saved me.
Oh, Steven, I'm sorry to hear that. I love Steven. I'm renovating the house, okay?
I didn't say that a lot of this would make sense. I'm just throwing out, if it happens the way I predict, it could be a home run.
True.
At rounds
Facts.
that are a lot higher than where he's being drafted, apparently 10th round. If I know Kadarius Toney is going to be there, even in the, let's say, 8th or 9th or whatever, but I'll take running backs.
Hey,
and then I'll take my big swing on a wide receiver later.
I genuinely want to know: are you okay? You fell through the second floor into the first floor, hit your head?
Somewhere around there. It's a little hazy.
Oh, Steven. Matt Biaggi,
I haven't been here in a couple of days. It's been a long week.
Yeah, Matt Biaggi, you're live.
Hey, Smitty, I'm still doing this $25 best ball tournament, and I'm on the clock, and I wanted your opinion on who I should take.
All right.
I did grab Mingo the last round. So on the let's see here.
Mingo, and Mingo was his name all.
My team, quick refresher, I have Jalen Hurts, Bijan, Gibbs, Swift, Akers.
Jalen Hurts, Bijan, Swift, Akers, okay?
Yep. Watson, McLaurin, Jameson Williams, Jonathan Mingo, Njoku, and Kincaid are my tight ends.
Okay.
And I can pick Kyler Murray's still out there. I need another quarterback. I feel like I still need more wide receivers, though.
Well, name off the best available.
Thielen's out there. So we got Murray, Thielen, Roschon Johnson, Derek Carr, Jordan Love, K.J. Osborne, Alec Pierce, Romeo Dobbs.
Charbonnet's gone.
Tyler Algier.
Charbonnet's gone. Kamara's gone. All those guys are gone.
Yeah.
I don't mind Jordan Love here. Aaron Rodgers is gone, you said?
Yeah.
See, because I like Chase Brown later, because I like Roschon who can fall, but Chase Brown falls, because Hyatt will fall, Josh Downs will fall, Tank Dell will fall. Because all those guys fall, I tend to like go in a different direction because I like those guys better than like Thielen. You know what I mean? So for me, I would go Jordan Love here, Carr, one of the quarterbacks, back up your quarterback spot. Quarterback's very important. You got one good quarterback, but in best ball, having that rotation that's optimized for you is amazing. And you have a bye week, you got injuries. So I would get Jordan Love. You got Watson. You'll be able to stack that. I'd go Jordan Love. Hey, I gotta cut. I gotta cut today short, guys. I'll probably be live maybe later tonight with some sort of dynasty show or breaking news show or something like that. So Biaggi, I appreciate you. Rock out. Any final thoughts?
No, you're good.
All right, later. Rock out. Steven, any final thoughts? Make sure you get that head checked, bro. We're worried about you.
Always do the right thing when nobody's looking. Love yourself. Love your family. We'll holler at you later.
All right, Steven. Later, pal. Good old Steven. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Appreciate you. Sorry about the short show today. It was 48 minutes. I mean, that was the shortest show I ever do is about an hour. I'll see you all later. Appreciate you. Go Jahmyr Gibbs. But the continuum of the gigawatt component structure of Jahmyr Gibbs' workload divide has a megawatt offload that if you compartmentalize the component conjunction timekeeper and you flux capacitor out the continuum component megabolt, things just end up happening. And that's why Jahmyr Gibbs is a top 5 to 10 running back instead of top 6 to 10.
Where's your mashed potatoes?
Later, everybody. Appreciate you. About ready to leave. Ron Navy drops a watt on screen. Ron Navy, appreciate you. Thanks for mixing up my floor, Ron.